Okay. Up first is the ANKH Resurrectionist Chronicles, OhmN. This is 348 pages, $1.49, which is a really good price right now. I think it's a temporary price, though. It is also available in Kindle Unlimited. Here's the author's description. After failing to successfully colonize the closest planets, the United States, China, and Russia all turned their attentions to the new planet, LHS 1140b. Cryogenically frozen is incomplete. The body is frozen while the mind slowly turns to mush. As a solution, the United States forces 100 million volunteers to upload their minds to the Artificial Neural Kinesthetic Habitat, ANKH servers. Servers that will recreate the consciousness to one of 5 different starting planets, so as long as they can make their way out of the starting area. Everyone is given 7 lives to get through enough points to be chosen for resurrection on the new planet. However, the game is rigged. The rich have purchased improved starting locations, abilities, and additional lives. There was a chance. Sell your starting lives for starting powers and abilities. The more starting lives traded, the greater the rewards offered. The only problem, powers earned in this manner will no transfer upon death, unless you are rich. Will you live? Will anyone survive the trip to the new world? And again, that's all read verbatim from the novel description. And you can tell there are a few little small snacks there. Okay. This novel took me, honestly, well over a week to finish. And I really found it a hard book to enjoy out of the 15% mark. If a novel takes me more than a couple days, I'm not really having a good time with it generally. The first section of this is actually nice. It is. The first 15%, I liked those. You get set up for the main character being sent to the game world. It's an interesting twist of you being able to trade extra lives for game powers. It sets up some interesting character creation scenarios, and I really like that particular section of the story. It was smart. There's a good balancing between these are good traits, these are negative traits. How am I balancing them out to create the most powerful character possible? And it's very much geared towards creating this overpowered character, but again, it balances out with some flaws for the character as well. So it made sense, and I liked it quite a bit. The main character is, again, overpowered in the story, which is fine. However, once he gets his psychic powers leveled about 15% into the story stops really being challenging for him, in combat anyways. There aren't other types of challenges that make up for that. No social or emotional growth, anything like that. There's a lot of good action adventure scenes, and that's perfectly fine. And I enjoyed those to a degree. There are a few other things that also brought the story's enjoyment level down for me, including the absurd number of character sheets. Like, there are something like 8 to 10 pages of character sheets at the end of every single chapter. And while I'm not saying that they're not accurate information, there aren't always a lot of changes between chapters to justify that much stuff. It like I said, it kind of bugged me. You can see it's very skippable, as anybody put out. Also noted it bugs some other readers as well. There we go. Overall, though, the comment in the story is nice. After a while, the overpowered aspects of the story stop kind of being entertaining for me, because there aren't another challenge. And writing an overpowered character story is kind of challenging in that respect. In that, yes, you can have some really exciting fight scenes. You're never really worried about the main character dying or losing, because you kind of know inherently he's going to win from either his overpowered powers or his super brainish, whatever the characteristic is. But at the same time, it can be kind of boring because nothing is challenging, so there are no surprises for the main character. So the way you generally balance that out is you create other kind of non-combat challenges and way for the main character to progress, either as an individual or social situations or other things that he's not good at besides fighting. You see that with Dragon Ball Z, or the best example of an overpowered character is One Punch Man for season 2 is not that amazing so far, but again, there are other challenges to the main character besides just the overpowered fighting, and that just doesn't exist here, at least for me. However, if you as a reader really love an OP character story, this might really work for you. It just kind of misses good for me, unfortunately. So it gets a score of 6 out of 10. That's the ANKH Resurrectionist Chronicle with a score of 6 out of 10. Just misses being good for me. There we go.